Avoiding miscommunication. Mistakes happen. Everyone makes mistakes. Even good communicators have trouble sometimes, and a miscommunication happens. Miscommunication is when something goes wrong or gets in the way of communication, so the listener doesn't understand what the communicator is saying. This can happen for many reasons. So to help you better understand how miscommunication can happen, we're going to look at 3 of its main causes. Then we'll look at some strategies for making things better after miscommunication. Here are some potential causes of miscommunication. Environment. People communicate with each other in all kinds of places. On the bus, at home, on a construction site, and in the library. Different environments or places affect our communication in different ways. For example, how loud an environment is, how many other people are there, and how people normally act there all can change how you communicate. Loud places can cause miscommunication because it can be hard to hear what other people are saying. You might want to tell a friend about something personal, but you may not feel comfortable if you're in a crowded space. Or you might be somewhere that talking isn't allowed, like a library. Emotion. Experiencing negative emotions makes it harder for people to communicate effectively. They might act differently than normal and react differently to a conversation. Those are some reasons that negative emotions can cause miscommunication. If you're speaking with someone who is experiencing a negative emotion, it's important to be aware of their body language and nonverbal communication. It might even be best to give them some time and space, and then talk to them when they're feeling better. Culture. Different cultures communicate differently, so cultural differences can lead to miscommunication. For example, in some cultures, finishing your full plate of food is a sign of respect. But in others, it means that you are still hungry and need to be served more food. Being aware of cultural differences can help you avoid this type of miscommunication. No matter how carefully you communicate, miscommunication will happen sometimes. Here are some strategies that you can use to make things better after a miscommunication. Act fast, act slow. It can be uncomfortable when a miscommunication happens, but it's important to take steps to fix the problem quickly, especially if it's at work. Problems caused by miscommunication will usually get worse if you leave them for too long. If you don't understand what someone is saying, you should act fast by asking them for more information as soon as possible. When you disagree with someone and you're both feeling emotional, it can sometimes be helpful to act slow instead. If someone is angry with you, you should try to give them the space so they can calm down. It really depends on the situation, but acting fast and acting slow can both help you fix problems caused by miscommunication. Apologizing. If you've made a mistake that affects someone else, apologizing is a great way to make things right. The key to a good apology is being sincere or really meaning what you say. You can practice sincerity by explaining why you are sorry when you apologize. Let's look at a quick example. Kate and Raza have just started working together. Kate finishes a report and emails it to Raza. She thinks she has done a good job and is excited to hear Raza's feedback. The next day, Kate sees Raza in the break room. Raza doesn't make eye contact with Kate and leaves the room. Kate assumes her report was not done well and Raza is mad at her. The next day, when Kate sees Raza, she walks up to her and asks what was wrong with her work. "What do you mean?" Raza asks. "Yesterday when I saw you, you didn't even look at me. I know you didn't like it," Kate says. "Kate, I am so sorry. Yesterday I was having a really bad day and I didn't feel like talking. Your report is great. I didn't mean to upset you," Raza says. "Phew, that's good news. I understand. No hard feelings," says Kate. In this example, body language was the main cause of the miscommunication. Kate felt hurt because she thought Raza's body language was aimed at her, and she didn't consider that Raza was having a bad day. When Kate and Raza spoke, Raza realized her emotions communicated something to Kate that she didn't mean to communicate. Then Raza sincerely apologized for what had happened. Miscommunication happens to everyone, but good communicators think about barriers to communication and how to make things better if a communication problem happens. Miscommunication can be caused by many factors like environment, emotions, and culture. If you run into a miscommunication, acting fast or slow and apologizing can help you fix the problem. Being a good communicator is not about being perfect. It's about having the tools and skills to say what you really mean.